Hey guys, welcome back to Hammer Halo DIY. Today we're building these cool blanket ladders. Why? They're super easy, they're cheap to build, and they sell like crazy. Welcome back guys, it is the end of summer, or pretty close. We're creeping into September.
Winter is coming.
It's time where we start to retool and start to build products related around the holiday season. We do this for a couple reasons. It allows us to give away our builds as gifts, but also allows us to sell into our local market and cover the cost of the entire Christmas season. And that's a big bonus for a lot of people. The first one's going to be this blanket ladder. These are super simple to make. They sell like hotcakes, so let's get into it. To build one ladder, you're going to need to buy 3 1x4s by 8 feet long. I'll be making 8 in total this weekend, so I picked up 20. The width of the blanket ladders are 20 inches, and they stand a little over 6 feet high. Each rung is 18.5 inches wide, and you'll need 4 per ladder. Determine how many rungs you need. For example, I'm building 8 ladders times 4 rungs per ladder. I'll need 32 rungs. And if you're just starting out, don't have a miter saw, you can still make all of these cuts with a simple skill saw, speed square. I'll show you how to do it. Use your speed square as a straight edge, put it against the wood, bring it over to your line, and make your cut. Next step is to cut a 12-degree angle on the bottom side of each of the stringers that we cut. Put 2 of them together, and then I'll keep these 2 together as a set. Finally, the last cut will be this top angle. Now to figure out this angle, super simple. Set your 12-degree angle so that it's flush on the floor. Go to the corner of a wall, stand past the wall about 3/4 of an inch, and then just draw a line. Cutting them both together is critical. Using a skill saw, I'll just cut that. And then just repeat that same angle on every set using one of these as a template. Then we're ready for assembly. So I'm going to be putting some pocket holes in the back side of all of these ladder rungs. The screws are hidden. It's a lot stronger that way. I'm going to use a Craig K4 jig, is the best one that I have. However, if you don't have this one or any pocket jig, you could start with the R3 Junior, which is the one I started with. It's basically the same thing, more of a handheld. You put a clamp on there, a vice clamp, and we'll do the same thing. An upgrade from there is the Craig 320, which is also a good pocket hole jig. It's a little wider holes, more on the level of the K4. The R3 runs about 45 bucks. The 320 runs about 65 bucks, and this larger K4 I believe is about 150. I'll throw a link in the description for all of them. You don't need the bigger one for this project. It's nice to have. You can get by with the R3 or the 320. Hook your vacuum line to it. I like to install the ladder rungs to be level when the ladder is against the wall. Earlier we cut the stringer bottoms at a 12-degree angle, which means the angle of the ladder should really be as close to 78 degrees as possible to complete a true 90. Your rung angle needs to be exactly 12 degrees. If you want to test this, you can use an angle finder, and by adjusting the ladder slightly in or out will get me as close as I need to be to 78 degrees. With the ladder angle set, I can easily adjust my top rung to sit level, either using the same angle finder to zero it in, or you could use a regular level. With the rung now level, I can use another angle finder like this to lock in that 12 degrees and transfer it to all the other stringers. I'll measure and make a mark at 20, 40, and 60. Those will be my rung locations. Then I can mark all the 12-degree angles. These blanket ladders have a total of 4 rungs, however only 3 are for actually hanging blankets on. The top one is really a dual purpose rung, and it's more for stability against the wall and to act as a shelf to hold knickknacks or whatever. We're gonna antique these ladders. The best way that I know how to antique them is to do a darker base color and then a white on top of it, and then sand it down lightly with 150 grit to let the darker color show through the white. Another way to save money, buy what's called a mist tint. If you don't know what mist tints are, they are basically tinted paints that were the wrong color that somebody ordered, and now they have to liquidate them at a lower cost. In most cases, you can get mist tints anywhere from $5 to $20. So anyhow, this is the base color mist tint that we found. It's steel blue or something. It's actually called Spruce It Up. It'll work great for a base coat. And then a white, literally hundreds of whites out there, so obviously it was the wrong white for somebody. So both of these together cost us about $25. So when applying the paint on a project like this, you can brush and roll it on, or you could spray it on. And typically I would be spraying these. Luckily had my wife step up and want to brush and roll them, so hey, all the power to you. All right, so we've got all 8 painted up now. I shouldn't say we, because I didn't really do anything. Now they've dried, we're gonna paint it with a white paint now. Using a palm sander, set my palm sander to the lowest speed. Lightly sand the white until the darker color underneath starts to show through. As you can see, it does not take very long to take that top layer of white off, and the grains start to show through with the dark color underneath. And then the final step, put a finishing paste wax over the entire ladder. It'll give it a little bit of a shine and luster. And then when it's dry, you can come back with a clean cloth, take that haze off. Alright, so these blanket ladders turned out absolutely amazing. You can either stain them, you can leave them natural, or you can put an antique finish on them like this. We find in our area they seem to sell a little bit better with this finish. You'll have to figure out your own market if you're going to be selling them. If you like DIY projects like this, we got so many more coming down the pipe, so make sure you hit the subscribe button, follow along, hit the bell notification so you know when we upload a new one. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.